Oh wow, it's Friday again already. I feel like I've lost a few days while I was sick this week. Excuse me if I don't sound myself for this video. Anyway, hello and welcome to another Indie Game Friday, where each week I take a look at an independent role-playing game. This week I'm looking at another barely there RPG called BreakHack. Developed and published by Olive Shark, it was released on Steam on September 26, 2018. BreakHack is a hack-and-slash casual roguelike designed to be played during short breaks. Games are meant to take between 10 and 30 minutes, and gameplay is very simplified. There's no saves, no persistence, no complex loot or skill systems just yet, just wandering around corridors, killing monsters in a procedurally generated dungeon like the good old days. There isn't much plot to speak of either. The premise is that a lone warrior goes into the dungeon and kills creatures and collects gold. Instead of trying for a particular boss or trying to find some lost artifact, the goal is simply to rack up money, which is treated as your score at the end. At the time of this recording, there's only really the warrior class in play, although supposedly there may be options for other classes as the developer has demand and time, and in fact it seems that the rogue class has already been fleshed out and is almost ready to add to the game. The warrior class plays simply enough. You use the WASD keys or cursor keys to move around, and you can attack monsters or open crates and barrels simply by moving into them. At the start, you may also use throwing knives and potions, which you pick up as you adventure. Throwing knives are used to attack at a distance and are aimed using the same cursor keys as movement, while the drinking a potion refills 1/3 of a heart, which represents your life. During play, you slay various monsters, which accrue experience. At certain levels of experience, you level up, which improves your health and may also grant access to certain skills. The first skill is a flurry attack, the second, a stunning shield bash attack, and finally there's a charge attack. I presume that other character classes will have different skills when they come out. All of these have a cooldown period in turns. All combat and movement is turn-based, with monsters acting all together at once after the player takes their turn. As you kill monsters, certain items may be dropped from them, as well as from chests and various barrels. The aforementioned throwing knives and potions are found this way, as are the coins that are needed for score. You can also uncover pieces of meat that regenerate a bit of health on the spot, as well as artifacts that modify your attacks and abilities. These are not immediately identified, however, and must be found out during play. In terms of map generation, each map is composed of a grid of linked rooms, and each room is composed of tiles. Some rooms follow common floor plans with possible exits at the middle of each of the 4 walls. Individual rooms are also made of terrain tiles on walls and randomly have decorations, obstacles, traps, and monsters sprinkled throughout. Some rooms also have effects, such as a windy room that pushes everything to one side. Traps are generally static on the floor. Obstacles simply block your and the monster's movements. Decorations seem to have very little effect besides providing light, because there is a light and shadows sort of setting in this game. Although certain terrain types can actually be instantly deadly, such as deep pools of water into which you can fall. Each level also has one room with a stairway down, represented simply by a ladder down. Play simply proceeds by attacking monsters to clear rooms to proceed deeper into the dungeon until the character dies. The score is then generated equal to the gold collected once you die, and the game does keep track of high scores. All in all, it is an exceedingly simple roguelike, honestly only barely qualifying as an RPG at the moment, although the potential addition of classes in the future may help from that particular perspective. It's my understanding that even as of this review, a rogue class has already been hammered out, as I said before, and may see introduction soon. The music and the graphical tiles are selected from libraries and are actually pretty decently selected all in all, although the background music may get a little bit old after a time. For how simplistic the gameplay is, it does seem to do its job at being a quick hack-and-slash fix, and the game length is suited for play during lunch breaks or the like. There are better lunch break style roguelikes out there, honestly, but this is a competent offering at a modest price. It isn't a bad game, and with its modest tag, it may be worthwhile for some. If the developer does manage to add additional classes, it could, eventually appeal to a wider audience and be a more complex game. For now, I can only recommend it to people who, like me, enjoy the occasional hack and slash adventure squeezed into a busy schedule, but recommend it for those people I do. I will say that I feel this game probably would have been better off as an early access title, but at the same time it is far more stable than most early access things that I've played, and for its feature set it seems pretty feature complete even as they add more things on top of that. One final note is that the source code for the game is apparently available, so if you want to try out new features before they hit, or if you want to tinker around with it and have skills and inclination to do so, it's out there if you're interested in that. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here, because I have like a week and a half of videos to catch up on, because I have just been out of it. This has been the RPG Crawler with Indie Game Friday BreakHack. As always, I'll put a link to the Steam page in the description below. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you've got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.